Wow, the Rotary bell is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Good evening. And welcome to this annual installation of the officers of Rotary International District 7890 for the 2018-2019 Rotary year. My name is Steve Penny. I'm a past president of the host Manchester Rotary Club, and I'll be serving as Master of Ceremonies for the evening. We'll begin with a quick reminder to each presenter to please be approaching the podium as you're being celebrated with a well-deserved but nonetheless extravagant introduction. The Manchester Rotary Club was happy to welcome its third district governor member when Mike Barnett and his wife Linda joined the club in 2014. Mike served as our district governor in the 2013-14 Rotary year. Both Mike and Linda are natives of South Africa and are strong supporters of international projects. Mike recently played a key role in arranging a vocational training team, or VTT, exchange with South Africa, and has also served on behalf of the College of Governors as the mentor to our incoming district governor, Kate. Mike will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, after which please remain standing for our opening song and the invocation. Mike?
Will we stand up? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Group singing is an important part of the culture of many Rotary clubs, and Dave Mangs, pianist, vocalist, past president of the West Hartford Club, and our outgoing district governor, will lead us in a song he wrote especially for this occasion, which he has aptly named, God Bless America. Governor Dave.
Thank you for that outstanding introduction. And when we get to the hard part of the song, which is through the night with the light from above, I want you to think of the light that your Rotary clubs, our Rotary District, and Rotary International brings to the world. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Outstanding, thank you.
Thank you, Dave. We attorneys advise our clients not to talk directly to the Creator outside of our presence. We do make an exception for engineers, however, as only God has any idea what they're talking about. Past District Governor Prasad Menon is a worthy representative of that exception. A past president of the Connecticut Society of Professional Engineers, Prasad retired from Cigna as Vice President, Asset Management. A past president of the Simsbury-Granby Rotary Club, he served our district as its governor in 2010-2011. With area Rotary clubs, Prasad organized a volunteer crew to build the region's first handicapped accessible playground, Jonathan's Dream in West Hartford. He's also a professional photographer specializing in nature and wildlife photography. Past District Governor Menon, the incoming Rotary Foundation Committee Chair, will invoke the blessings of the deity on our proceedings. Prasad.
Wow, it's so quiet in here. Well, first, before I say anything, I have to congratulate all the incoming leadership, the presidents, the assistant governors, and of course, our Governor Kate Sims. Now, Well, International President-elect Barry Rassen has asked us to be the inspiration to make lasting changes to our communities and communities around the world. As Rotarians, we are generally blessed with lives of relative prosperity and opportunities unknown to many. So, let us inspire ourselves to review our personal resources honestly as we consider our opportunities to help others. Let us inspire ourselves to open our hearts and our bank accounts to those in need while still providing us with the fruits of our own labor. Let us inspire ourselves to share not only our tangible resources, but also our intangible riches of knowledge, leadership, and creativity to make our communities and the communities around the world a better place filled with peace, love, and prosperity through our Rotary. Amen.
Thanks, Prasad. Thank you, Prasad. District Governor nominee Mark Brady, another past president of the Simsbury Granby Club, was trained to be a carpenter and construction draftsman and has established himself as an innovative designer and builder of kitchens for 25 years, while engaged in restoration contracting for 52. The district directory describes him as a born and bred Connecticut Yankee, an avid student of military history, and I quote, a foot soldier in the American militia, and then, I emphasize here, and then in the British Army in the bicentennial. This sounds to me suspiciously like another Connecticut Yankee from military history who made the same transition, one General Benedict Arnold. In any event, apparently the Simsbury Granby Club has a monopoly on things heavenly. His colleague and mentor from that club, Prasad Menon, having invoked the blessings of the deity, District Governor nominee Mark will speak words of wisdom to us mere mortals. Mark?
Wow. What a build-up. All right, so you've all seen pictures in history of explorers coming to a cliff, maybe over the Grand Canyon or someplace, and looking over like this, and you know they're thinking, where the heck are we? Well, you're all standing here, and where the heck are you? You know where you are? You're in a room with 195 of your brothers and sisters in Rotary, and this is your extended family. And you know, if you're a president-elect, your club asked for you to lead them for this coming year. And you know what? You've just got yourself a little army. And like Prasad always told me, Rotarians don't say no. So get ready to fight. Get ready to do something. The coach of the football team at West Point used to tell Pat, if you're out of the play, don't just stand there. Throw a fit. Push somebody over. Kick somebody. Do something. Start an Interact club. Start a Rotaract club. Start a fire someplace and keep everybody going. Now look around you. These are your brothers and sisters. This is your team. This is your class for this year. Everything that's going to get done is going to get done with the people that you have right here and your people back in your club. So turn to the person next to you and give them a little high five and say, welcome to my class. And here we go. And I will guarantee you one thing. This year, as president, as AG, as district governor, it's going to be one of the coolest years of your entire life. So drink it up. Eat up every minute of it. Keep stuff going. And have a lot of fun saving people and looking for those tears and looking for all that love. Because you're going to spread it around and you're going to get it back. And that's the glory, that's the love of being a Rotarian. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mark. Now that you've dissipated all that energy, you may be seated. Brady, Ken Golden is a native of Meriden, Connecticut. After graduating from UConn with a Bachelor of Science degree in electrical engineering, he answered an ad for international travel, was commissioned a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army Signal Corps, and served as an avionics platoon leader in Vietnam. Upon discharge from the Army, Ken enrolled at the University of California, Berkeley, and graduated with an MBA degree in operations management. Presumably, we need to eat very quietly. Presumably drawing on his experience as a long-haired hippie street demonstrator at Berkeley, he began his career as a research analyst with the San Francisco Police Department. After a long career in software development, more recently Ken has been engaged in helping businesses win and manage government contracts. Ken served as president of the Northborough, Massachusetts Rotary Club and later moved to Manchester, Connecticut, where he has repeated his presidential skills. It is Ken's late uncle, Leo E. Golden, a past president of the Hartford Rotary Club, past district governor, and director of Rotary International, who is credited with providing the principal guidance and support that established the Manchester Club in 1940. Our president, Ken Golden, will bring the greetings of the home club of the incoming district governor. Ken?
Thank you, Steve. On behalf of the Manchester Rotary Club, I wish to welcome all of you here tonight, and I hope you have an enjoyable evening, and I'm not going to take any more time than that.
Thank you, Ken. Dave Mangs is another person, as you have seen, of many talents and several different careers. He earned his PhD from the Heller School of Advanced Studies in Social Welfare at Brandeis University. During and after his graduate studies, Dave worked for a decade with troubled youth and created demonstration projects to serve them in both Illinois and Massachusetts. Since 1982, Dave's calling has been that of a financial professional in his own firm, Mangs Financial LLC, a name that reflects his imagination and artistic bent. He is a lifetime member of the $1 Million Roundtable and has served as a board member of the Hartford chapter of FSP, Financial Service Professionals. Dave joined the West Hartford Rotary Club in 1993, where, not forgetting his roots in social service, he served as Youth Exchange Officer, RILA Coordinator, and Ambassadorial Scholarship Coordinator. He also served as the district's Rotaract Chair, and as Interact Chair for over a decade, overseeing a very successful annual District Interact Conference while expanding the number of Interact clubs. He was West Hartford's club president in 2006-2007 and is a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. Active as a board member for various community nonprofit organizations, Dave's other interests include gardening, playing piano, singing, biking, swimming, travel, and spending quality time with his family. Tonight, he completes his tenure as governor of Rotary District 7890. In a conversation a few days ago, Dave emphasized to me his belief that there is no more important officer in Rotary than the club president, and how important he thought it is for the district governor to visit each of the 59 clubs in the district, meet the members, and experience each club's individual character. Dave will now share with us his own observations on his extraordinarily successful year as district governor. It's an honor to present Governor Dave Mangs.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a wonderful introduction. I appreciate that. You know, we've accomplished a great deal in the last year. We've started Rotary Means Business, which is bringing new vitality and new members to Rotary and getting back to the basic framework that Paul Harris brought for us, which is networking and referral being a first priority. We've also started a substance abuse and addiction task force with also Manchester Police Chief Mark Montminy. I wonder if Mark would stand up and just be recognized for this important initiative. And I'm very proud that he's reaching out to the community and other groups such as Elks, and I just heard Lions. I'm very excited about that. We're going to have partnerships to address the opioid crisis. I also want to recognize certain presidential citation winners. As we've moved toward more internet input, we're still happy to see that there's 6 clubs that have actually qualified for presidential citation. As I name these clubs, I'd like everyone from those clubs to stand and be recognized for achieving this wonderful, it's technically the Rotary citation, but being a long-time Rotarian, I still like to call it the presidential citation. Congratulations to those who have received the Rotary Foundation. With the Bristol Club and President Laura Watson, please stand. Okay, that's tremendous. Kensington, Berlin, Lou Zuki. Anyone from Kensington, stand up. Let's be recognized and keep standing. The Hartford Club, Francesco Pagano. The Plainville Club, Greg Carroll. The Southington Club, Craig Zittergren. The Thomaston Club, George Seaborn. And naturally, Judith Green has been a cheerleader for people getting the Rotary citation. And we still have 2 weeks. I'm hoping there'll be a whole lot more clubs qualifying for that special honor. And call Judith Green or your assistant governor. For assistance. I wanted to just share an idea on what I call the annual miracle of Rotary renewal. Now, one of the things they've done, obviously, is put me right before you and your meal. But you're going to enjoy these sets of thoughts. Annual miracle. When I was at Woolcott School delivering dictionaries to 3rd graders this last week, I looked up this word called renewal, and I thought of the miraculous process we're witnessing as a new generation of leaders takes the helm at Rotary International with its 34,282 clubs, 530 districts, which are organized into 34 zones with 1.2 million Rotarians in 200 countries. Wow. Our new Rotary leaders step forward to make something new, fresh and strong again. They all take an oath. All of us take an oath and a vow to remain true to our Rotary values, our mission, and our vision for a better tomorrow for all mankind. Rotarians begin the new Rotary year with more force, enthusiasm, new ideas, fresh perspective, and confident optimism, as together we continue to turn the great Rotary wheel. Our new leaders bring renovation, restoration, modernization, rebuilding, and a message of hope to our communities and its global village. The peaceful and smooth transition to our new leadership is a hallmark of Rotary International and serves as a proud tribute to its past, present, and future. As a gardener, I witness the miracle of life renewing itself every spring. Rotary is our very own garden of miracles. The cornerstone of this garden is the Rotary Pyramid of Peace, consisting of 6 areas of focus for our local and international service projects. Sustainable economic development allows us to work toward the elimination of poverty by creating businesses, decent and productive jobs, and economic opportunities that grow local economies. We have maternal and child health. Helps us to improve the health, to save the lives and ensure the future of our next generation. We must remember there are 6 million children under the age of 5 who die each year because of malnutrition, poor health, and inadequate sanitation. Rotary is working to end this annual Holocaust and this tragedy. Disease prevention and treatment envisions a world free of sickness and disease, and with a world of healthy human beings whose lives have been enriched by good health. Education and literacy brings us closer to a world of universal education and the tremendous opportunities created by educated people. Let us not forget that there are more than, listen to this, 775 million people over the age of 15 who are illiterate. Providing abundant and clean water, sanitation, and hygiene addresses the global loss of our aquifers, the expansion of our deserts, the fact that waterborne diseases and pollution continue to take thousands of lives every day. And finally, promoting peace, preventing and mediating conflicts in our communities and between countries, ethnic or religious groups is our sixth area of focus. You know, I've heard it said that, art is a passion pursued by discipline, that science is a discipline pursued by passion. And as we look forward to a new Rotary year of club service, vocational service, community service, international service, or service to our youth programs, we will renew our passion and pursue it with discipline. And as we discover the miracle of renewal, we must remember that our success does not come because we are occasionally engaged as Rotarians. Our success is driven by our perseverance and our consistent action on behalf of the people and the causes to which we are passionately committed. It is not that Rotarians never fail. What distinguishes us is our ability to keep rising after every time we fall, to be true to our values when we're being tested, and to demonstrate our integrity by having the courage to do what is right in spite of the challenges. Every day we must ask ourselves the simple question, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And as Rotarians, we know that we are on the right side of human history. We are needed now more than ever, and we are making a difference. This coming year, let us all discover the miracle of Rotary renewal in ourselves, in our Rotary clubs, and in our Rotary district. And finally, I want to thank my lovely wife, Gail, for standing by me during my 25 years of Rotary service. I want to thank everyone who's helped me turn that Rotary wheel during this past year and over my Rotary career. And I want to thank you for the honor and the privilege of serving as your district governor in the 2017-18 Rotary year. And especially I want to thank you for your passion, your discipline, and your Rotary service. Thank you, one and all. I bet he's glad to get the podium back here.
Thank you, Dave. Don't go very far here. Congratulations. Dave, we're going to be joined by Dick Borden of the Manchester Club, who served as District Governor of District 7890 during the year 2007-2008. As I am wont to say in introducing him, Dick was born in Fall River, Massachusetts, a member of the Borden family, as in Lizzie. On completion of his service with the Army Corps of Engineers, Dick began a 28-year career in municipal management. Thereafter, Dick sought new challenges outside of public administration and embarked on his present successful career in commercial and residential real estate and property management as the owner-operator of Borden Realty. While in Glastonbury, Dick joined Rotary and began his 43-year record of perfect Rotary attendance. 33? 33. Well, I just gave you another 10 years. That's a bonus for conduct. Dick will make a presentation to outgoing Governor Dave Mangs on behalf of all District 7890 Rotarians. Dick?
We have a little gift. Well, Governor Dave looks it over and decides whether or not there's any misspellings. I'll read you the plaque. Presented to Dave Mangs, District Governor, District 7890 for the years 2017-2018. This is presented from all of us to acknowledge with sincere appreciation your significant commitment to the programs of Rotary District 7890. Your innovative support of all district clubs, especially our youth programs, is exemplary and has enabled clubs to undertake many Rotary community service projects that all of us are very proud of. Congratulations and thanks for your most successful tenure as our district governor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dick. I appreciate that. Okay. Here we are. Thank you.
Okay, good luck. You did a great job.
All right, we're going to start up again. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. Our thanks to Manilis and their staff. You did a nice job. As we reconvene, we should begin with a collective thank you to those Rotarians who have planned and otherwise contributed to tonight's proceedings. Holding our applause, if any, to the end as they stand, they include the already introduced Ken Golden, Mike Barnett, Dick Borden, and yours truly, and even more important, behind-the-scenes contributors, Area 3 Assistant Governor and Ludlow Club past President Darlene Ray, volunteer videographer and honorary member of the East Long Meadow Club, Al Grimaldi. Thank you, Al. Manchester past President Hope Igdowski, and thank you. And Kathy Fogel and Lori Brooks of the Manchester Club at the registration table. Thank you all. In addition, we have some special guests with us tonight that we'd like to introduce. They include the Kensington Berlin Rotarian Shrija Joshi's sister and brother-in-law from Nepal. And they are past president of the Rotary Club of Mount Everest, Lolipur, and Assistant Governor Jenny Fidia. And past president of the Rotary Club of Darbar Marg, Kathmandu, Nugal Vidya. Welcome to you both. And given my performance on those names, I'm sure I'll never be invited to Nepal.
Steve, are you going to Nepal?
I'm not going to Nepal, no, but thanks. Also present are members of incoming District Governor Kate Sims' family. Holding our applause to the end as each stands, they include her sister Pat Gordon, her sister and brother-in-law Mary and Bob Breakstone, son Calvin Sims Jr., daughters Kaylee and Courtney Sims, daughter Courtney's partner Amanda Rose, and husband Calvin Sims. Welcome. Hailed as smart and funny by People magazine, and very, very funny for a woman by Dave Barry, Gina Barreca was deemed a feminist humor maven by Ms. Magazine. Novelist Wally Lamb said Barreca's prose in equal measures is hilarious and humane. Her weekly columns from the Hartford Courant are now distributed internationally by the Tribune Company, and her work has appeared in most major publications, including the New York Times, the Independent of London, the Chronicle of Higher Education, Cosmopolitan, and the Harvard Business Review. Gina, who is a Board of Trustees Distinguished Professor of English at the University of Connecticut and winner of UConn's highest award for excellence in teaching, is a prolific author who can be found in the Library of Congress or in the makeup aisle at Walgreens. I'd list the titles of her books, including the best-selling They Used to Call Me Snow White, But I Drifted, Women's Strategic Use of Humor, but there's only room for about 15 of us to hide in the men's room for the next 15 minutes. Please welcome our keynote speaker, non-gender neutral, Gina Barreca.
Thank you. I'll take that, Mike. Thank you very much. Thank you for the introduction. Good evening, everybody. Thank you to Kate, thank you to Ken, thank you to everybody who welcomed me here this evening. I feel like I'm at the Model UN. It's just wonderful. To the guests from Nepal, I'm honored to speak to people who have come such a long way to be at this dinner, and I'd love to come to Kathmandu. So just put me on the list. It really is an honor to be here this evening. I have just come from an interesting couple of talks just this week. I drove down from Hanover, New Hampshire this afternoon. Did anybody in this room go to Dartmouth College? Yes? You did, sir? Well, I taught there in the summers. You taught there in the summers. Okay. Well, I'm a graduate of the class of 1979. I was the third class of women that was actually matriculated at Dartmouth College. And last night I spoke at the 55th reunion for the class of 1963, which was an all-male class. But enough of the gentlemen in the room had heard me speak at other venues that they thought that I should come and speak to those guys. Now, they had let women in 3 years before I started in 1975. There had been women who came from the Seven Sisters schools who could get degrees from Dartmouth but had not matriculated until 72. So some of these men were still a little nervous about having women at their dear alma mater. But I didn't realize that the Rotary didn't let broads in until 1989. You Dartmouth College beat you to like feminism? Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire? It is absolutely astonishing. Give yourselves a round of applause. Rotary members. Rotary members. And for just being as welcoming as you've been. Everybody, at least who's spoken to me so far this evening, has been very generous and very kind. And on Tuesday night, I spoke at the Yale School of Law, where women had not been allowed to sit down in a room at the Yale Law School, where women had not been allowed to sit until 1963. So the same year as the graduating class. Where now the Women's Campaign School at Yale holds its yearly meeting. And so I'm talking to these women from around the world, and it's been a fascinating series of events. And so I'm here to celebrate what the Rotarians do. I have many students. I've been teaching at UConn for 30 years. And I should say right at the beginning, because especially from the women in the room, there are two questions that women want to know about the woman behind the mic. And I'll just answer those questions right away, okay? The answer to the first question is, I am 61 years old, okay? Women want to know how old, the men just care if you're over 18. They don't care. In the South, it's different. In the North, it's 18. They want to, so I'm 61 years old. So I've been at UConn really half my life. The other question that women want to know the answers to, we'll just cut to the chase, 154 pounds. It's just easier to say it out loud. It is just simpler. And then, because I've had the really good fortune to speak to a number of groups, over a couple of years, people have me back. And one woman recently came up to me, and in the way women are wrist grabbers, you notice that when we speak to each other? Guys shake hands, but women will grab each other's wrists. At the end of a good evening, a really satisfying, event, I will come home, and my husband will look at me and say, "What happened to you?" I look like I'm from the 50 Shades of Grey. I come home with black and blue marks on my wrist because 50 women have grabbed my wrist. And so this woman came up to me, she said, "Gina," very accusatory, "Gina, the last time I saw you, you were wearing like a muumuu, and now you're wearing a jacket. Very angry. I think you've lost weight." And I said, no, honest to God, this is all the same. It moves up and down like a glacier. This has been the same since I'm 18. So this is not. She said, "I don't believe it." Then she said, "What size are you?" Now, that's a very dramatic question. And I am, like the Rotary, very much about honesty. So what size am I? I said, "I'll answer you honestly. What size am I?" I said, "In an Armani, I'm a 12. At Dot's Dress Barn, I'm a 22 double." Okay? Because midget in like a St. John's suits where they steam those suckers onto your body, okay? I mean, they're very good for professional women. No, the knit St. John's suits, they steam them onto you. Go to Nordstrom's rack, they will steam them onto you. I got one to be in a friend's wedding. I looked like I was in the larval stage of something. I looked right at the pictures from the front, from the side. It was delete, delete, delete. Now, men in the audience, I see men in the audience, but what does this mean? What size are you? No one has ever asked a man what size he is. That's because men, it's amazing how this works. Men buy clothes that fit them. Women try to fit into clothes. The men who are heterosexual and have women in their lives understand women will try to fit into clothing. We tend to change our bodies. You listen to women's conversation. I'm going to be a size 14 by my daughter's wedding. I'm going to be a size 10 by my son's breasts. I'm going to be a sub-zero by the time my grandson graduates. Sub-zero is an appliance, right? It's not really a human size. Have you ever heard a man say, I'm going to be a 42 short by the holidays? It's because men buy clothes that fit them. The world is made for you. No woman would wear around her waist size and her leg length. Men have this on the back of their jeans, on the back of Levi's. He's a 33, 32. He's proud. If that was a woman, they would be putting us on carts and taking us to other states. Okay? It is different, and it wouldn't be so bad if it was just about clothes. But you know what? And even again, the men in the room know this, that women are trying to fit into stereotypes, ideals, to stuff off the rack our whole lives about what women's lives are like. And actually, anybody who doesn't fit into the stereotype of what an American is supposed to be like, of the idea of what, I mean, we're all great Americans. I'm a patriot. I consider myself a patriot. My father was a World War II. He flew in a Liberator bomber. He was in the Army Air Force. He was a waist gunner and a radio man. He flew 39 missions. And that was a lot, because they used to hose those guys. Thank you. And so when I get mail from people who accuse me of being unpatriotic, because, for example, my mother died when I was a kid, my father raised me, and they say you're unpatriotic because you believe in women's rights. I'm going, no, my old man fought for me to have the same rights as everybody else in the country, and I'm fighting for them. Because rights are not something that are ever given. Rights are something that are taken and then are fought for, as we had our speaker who invoked Patton. Rights are fought for in order to be able to be kept. Nobody gives you the rights. You fight for the rights. That's what everybody does, okay? So women have been brought up. Everybody who doesn't fit into the traditional pattern has been brought up to think of ourselves as slightly different. So I was raised in Brooklyn, New York. Anybody here from Brooklyn? All right, there's always somebody from Brooklyn, right? So I was raised in Sheepshead Bay, Ocean Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. I was raised by my dad and his family, his Italian family. The aunts, some of you remember these women. They transcend race, they transcend ethnicity, they do not transcend class. These women were all 3'2". They all weighed 750 pounds. They all wore floral print dresses at all times. They looked like ottomans. Right? They were like ottomans scattered around the floor. The only thing missing was the button on the top of the head. That's it. It was like they were on casters. And these women were strong, funny women, and they raised me, and they taught me about the secret language of women, especially the language of women's humor. Now, for the men in the room, this is where I can give you continuing education credits. I often speak at major corporations. I've spoken at the AFL-CIO, I speak at Aetna, I speak at Cigna, I speak at every major corporation around America. Okay? Usually they have me come in. There'll be a big banner. It says Dr. Regina Barreca's Sexual Harassment Workshop. Usually happens after a lawsuit. I don't know why that's such a coincidence. Regina Barreca's Sexual Harassment Workshop, and I tell them that the short version portion of my talks, if they could remember that harass is one word. Some of them have to write it out. They have their Mont Blanc pens. And they're concerned about this because they think that women are very different. They say, for example, men, because I become the woman whisperer. And these women in that basement kitchen, those little ottoman ants, they laughed all the time. But when we're around men, this is the education part, when we're around men, women have a different kind of laugh. It starts when we're about 13 and we start flushing public toilets with our feet. Right? Every woman knows this. No man knows this. Okay? Women flush public toilets with our feet. No woman has ever touched the handle unless it's wrapped in 45. I'm sorry, the men, like the attorney, it's like, do you do that? Yes. That's why they had to put in those automatic flushers. It is like lords. Women go into the bathrooms in walkers and with canes. They will raise their legs. It's like the Rockettes. Right? Be with me, women. You know it's true. It's like the Rockettes in a public restroom during an intermission. Okay? These are things men don't know. The other thing you don't know is if we are sitting next to you and you were telling us a 45-minute story about getting your Audi reupholstered, like it's interesting, and we go, that's not a real laugh. When women really laugh, we don't go, we go, which is a slightly less feminine sound. And you've seen women laughing. The first thing we do is we go like this, right? And our voices go up so high that only bats can hear us. The second one, over a certain age, over a certain weight, under a certain height, bust-holding behavior, we're going back and forth. What's the third thing that women say when we're really laughing? We say, don't make me pee in my pants! And that's why men are threatened by women's laughter. They think we leak. That guy who just got his Audi reupholstered is having a serious conversation in that car. But when women are really laughing, when the men who can laugh with us really laugh. So my little Italian aunts didn't teach me about feminism. Nobody used the F word. And feminism is, of course, the last F word in our culture. So that my students come up to me at the beginning of the semester, and of course they talk the way girls talk in our culture, even the ones who are going to be running NASA, or the American Medical Association, because we still associate femininity with not knowing what's going on. So the students come up, and they say, Dr. Beretta, I'm your advisee. And I say, okay, dear, tell me your name. And they go like, Susan Smith? I go, honey, I don't know. You tell me. And I mean, they need to know because you really don't want a woman on the Supreme Court going, guilty? You don't want the Surgeon General to be going, you know, I think tumors, you know, I mean, this is not what we're doing. You want people in positions of authority to actually have that authority. But I'm going to end by talking about the importance of humor, because humor is what connects us all, even when we don't think we have anything in common. When we laugh together, when you get somebody to laugh, when you can connect in terms of laughter, and I know the Rotarians know this, almost better than anybody. I am the only full-time academic to be inducted into the Friars Club in New York. I'm a friar. Thank you. And that is a rare accomplishment. The Friars usually only induct performance professionals. But I've spoken to groups of over 5,000 enough times that the Friars actually inducted me. And Dominic Chianese, Uncle Junior, from The Sopranos, if you know your Sopranos, was my sponsor for the Friars Club. But we were talking about the idea of how important humor is. When you can get people to laugh, even for a second, you make a connection. And you can laugh at some people, you speak different languages, you come from opposing viewpoints, you think you have nothing in common. But you can laugh together, you make a connection with another human being that is vital, that is authentic, that is truthful, and that is laughing. that is lasting. So I would say, and especially for all of you, because you're all about forming community, maintaining social ties, not allowing individual differences to form bitterness, right? Sure, there are going to be people who don't laugh. They're curmudgeonly, or they're ignorant, or they're ungenerous, they're unwilling, right? They can't make that connection. But when you make a joke or you attempt to laugh with somebody and they don't laugh with you, what you haven't done is to make a mistake. What you've done is to make a great beginning, because you have taken that risk. You've extended your generosity. If somebody can't meet your generosity, your risk-taking, and your intelligence with their own, it's their loss. It's not something you've done wrong. And then finally, what the Rotarians know is that you have to change the world. That's what you're all about. You have to change the world. You have to make the world fit you. You don't have to fit yourself into the world. You have to make it better so that the world fits the people who are in it. That's what you're all busy doing. I've been listening to all of your projects. It's astonishing. I am humbled and impressed by what you do. So it's a line from the new book, and it's one of those things that you need to turn the world around. So there's that old line from Anita Luce that's a diamonds are a girl's best friend. It's, you know, the words are there, but they should be different. It's not that diamonds are a girl's best friend. And the same thing goes for men as for women. It's your best friends. It's your colleagues. It's your allies. It's the people that you meet once a week, that you make connections with, who stand next to you, who are your diamonds. It's your friends who are your diamonds. They are made under pressure. They are of astonishing value, right? Nothing, there's no fake that can ever be like them. And they are tough, so tough that they can cut glass when they need to. So it is not that diamonds are your best friends, but your best friends are your diamonds. Clearly, this is a room full of diamonds. Thank you for letting me be part of your night. Kate is your real diamond. I am honored. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for standing up. Kate is your diamond receipt. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Gina. I thought I was going to have to ask our next presenter to offer the male rebuttal. But her statement was universal, so he's off the hook. Frank Collins is an East Hartford Rotarian and past president of that club. His Rotary activities are too numerous to list, but can be imagined when you consider that he has been both a director and vice president of Rotary International and the Rotary International representative to the United Nations. Frank is a Paul Harris Fellow, benefactor, major donor, and holder of a citation for meritorious service. Please welcome then one of our district's most accomplished Rotarians to bring greetings from Rotary International, Frank Collins.
Oh, I got this, okay. Gina, where are you? Are you eating? Forget the eating. Come up here with me, will you? Come on, I need somebody to keep me company because I get nervous in big groups. I've never talked before more than 25,000 people at one time. So, I want you to stay here with me. No, really, stay here with me. I don't know what I'm going to say, so I figured this is not a bad idea. No, I want to be serious. With 48 years in Rotary, and you're supposed to say, oh, gee, you don't look that old, but they didn't do that.
No, I didn't.
I know, you didn't do it either.
No.
No, I knew you weren't going to do it, but anyway.
Tell the truth, that's
Anyway,
the first thing.
It is the truth. And it's just a wonderful thing for somebody like me. Now, Celia and I, my wife, yeah, she's looking at you too. But anyway, we've been to 88 countries of the world. Most of the 88 countries we've been to at least 3 times, some more, okay? Because it's a wonderful world. And all I want to tell you tonight, and I want to tell you is, it's so exciting this time of year to be a Rotarian. Why? Well, pretty simple. Why? because the people who are leaving, they've spent this whole year, they've had a wonderful time. Some of them will never shut up. But anyway, you know how that works, right? Okay. So, but in addition, the excitement is, and you're going to announce some of these, we got a lot of people around the world. And if you've been to 88 countries of the world, and I would say probably 85 of those have been Rotarians. When you've been there and you've seen that, and you've seen how exciting they are, that they had this wonderful year, and now they have this wonderful thing to go, which is to start a new year all over the world. We are having a wonderful time this time of year. It's the best time of the year. I hope there's somebody here from the Manchester Club, but anyway.
You're wonderful. If you represent Rotary to the rest of the world, you're doing a good job.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all very much.
Let's get a round of applause for this gentleman. This is a gentleman. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. As I introduce our next presenter, I'd like to ask the incoming club presidents to be coming forward for installation and to line up on either side of the podium in no particular order. No particular order is necessary, as you're all equal before the law. So the new incoming presidents, please come forward to line up here if you would. Eileen Rao, a native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and a Phi Beta Kappa graduate of the University of Pittsburgh, has worked in advertising, marketing, and management positions in the healthcare, newspaper, and software industries. A member of the West Hartford Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors for 7 years, in 2003, Eileen received the Chamber's Volunteer of the Year Award, and has also served on the boards of several nonprofit and community organizations. Now retired, she still volunteers to make regular visits to homebound elderly. A member of the West Hartford Club since 1997, she served as its president in 2005-2006. She was district governor in 2012-2013 and chaired the Northeast Presidents-Elect Training Seminar, more commonly referred to as PETS, serving New England and parts of Canada in 2014. She's a multiple Paul Harris Fellow and Paul Harris Society member, and this year received Rotary's highest honor, the prestigious Service Above Self Award, presented to only 150 Rotarians worldwide each year who demonstrate their commitment to helping others by volunteering their time and talents. Congratulations, Eileen. Past District Governor Eileen Rao will install the 2018-19 club presidents, assistant governors, including the lieutenant governor, and incoming District Governor Kate Sims. Eileen.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for not calling me a cat lady. Steve called, or we spoke on the phone, and he wanted to know some interesting facts about me. So, of course, the cat lady, because I'm kind of the neighborhood cat rescue lady. At one time I had 5 cats, but anyway, I'm glad he didn't mention it, but I figured I had to mention it so you would know that I'm just not all dull Rotary stuff, that I am the cat lady of West Hartford. What is a club president? The club president is the heart of Rotary. Presidents keep Rotary alive, fresh with new ideas and energy. One of the great joys of Rotary is administering the oath of office, but it's also the time to reflect on the year just passed and look to the future. The club presidents are our future. Being a Rotary Club president is perhaps the office that carries the greatest responsibility and the greatest opportunity to be of service. You shall be expected to represent your club on many and varied occasions. You must always remember to speak, not as an individual, but as president of a most respected and important organization in your community. Members will look to you for inspiration. You will be obligated to preserve peace and harmony among your members. And I know for a fact sometimes that can be a challenge, but I know you can overcome that. In general, you will do all things within the framework of your capabilities to put to good and constructive use all things that will benefit your club, your community, and Rotary International. So it is with great honor that I administer the oath of office. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear that you will faithfully execute the office of President of your Rotary Club, and that you will, to the best of your ability, give support and assistance to District Governor Kate Sims and to Rotary International, and that you will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of your Rotary Club, District 7890, and Rotary International? Please say, I do. I do. And I hope I don't hear any I don'ts, or we'll be in big trouble. Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I present to you the District 7890 2018-2019 Club Presidents. Congratulations. Kate Sims up to the front, and our incoming foundation chair, Prasad Menon, to greet each of the presidents. As I call your name, it might be, could probably be easier in front, I don't know, they may have to come around the back. Do we have someone who could take a photo? This is a photo op. So as I call your name and your club, please come up to be greeted by Prasad and also Kate Sims. They're saying hellos already. Okay, we'll wait just a moment. The Rotary Club of Agawam, Sarah Chaffee. The Rotary Club of Amherst, Ellen McKay. The East Hartford Rotary Club, Kevin Kickery. The East... You're signing autographs? Cut that out, cut that out. No time for autographs. The East Hartford Long Meadow Rotary Club, Kevin LaFort, excuse me, Gary LaFort.
Is this what we're supposed to do?
Yes.
I just kind of like that a little bit.
The Enfield Rotary Club, Scott Copen. The Farmington Rotary Club, Jennifer Diedrich. Franklin County Rotary Club, April Healy. So, oops. Almost forgot to pause for the picture, sorry. Hartford Rotary Club, Francesco Padagano. The Holyoke Rotary Club, Bob McKay. Litchfield Morris Rotary Club, Mickey Ann Budney. Manchester Rotary Club, Alan Igdalski. The New Britain Berlin Club, Joseph Glauca. The Newington Rotary Club, David Tedeschi. The Plainville Rotary Club, Stacy Booten. The Rockville Rotary Club, John Riley. The Simsbury Granby Rotary Club, Patrick Slater. The Summers Rotary Club, Kathy Devlin. The South Windsor Rotary Club, Kevin McCann. The Southington, did I mention Southington? I'm getting confused now with all the S's. No, I didn't do Southington. Southington Rotary Club, Frederick Krieger. The Springfield Rotary Club, Susan Mastionini. The Suffield Rotary Club, Dick Kissel. The Terryville Rotary Club, Richard Dill. The Thomaston Rotary Club, Bria Pinette. Watertown Rotary Club, Ronald Pleasant. Wilbraham Hamden, Larry Otteson, past district governor and multi-president president. And my very own West Hartford Rotary Club, Oscar Santo Domingo. Thank you all, presidents. And don't forget, your grant applications are due July 1st. I don't want to have to send another email out and you say, oh God, there's that woman again. So don't forget. Thank you so much. Congratulations. I know you're going to have a fabulous year next year. You can be seated now. Yeah, until the next bunch. We got another bunch coming up. I'd like to ask all the assistant governors and our lieutenant governor to please come quickly to the front of the room. No talking, just walk. Yeah, next one. Yeah, well. Be quiet. I'm getting instructions. Is everybody up here? All the assistant governors? Let's go. Come on, you have your presidents got up here faster than you did. Boy, am I disappointed in you guys.
Should I be here? Is this okay?
That's fine. Okay.
There's only 11 of us. There's 11 of us.
That's okay.
But I'm here.
Okay, yes. Okay, good. The presidents get the top grade. You guys know what you're doing. You have to teach your assistant governors to get moving. I was an assistant governor, so I can give them a hard time. What is an assistant governor? The eyes and ears of the district. Assistant governors, fondly called AGs, have their hands on the pulse of the district. They are the go-to people for club presidents and the district governor. Their job is to support the clubs as the clubs do good in their community and the world. I charge each of you to judge yourself by Rotary's motto, service above self, and the Rotary four-way test, which is recited by 1.2 million of us worldwide. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? As Pittsfield's Vinnie Marinara, who's standing there taking a picture, told me many moons ago when we were assistant governors around the same time, when an issue comes up and you aren't sure what to do, always refer to the four-way test. I have the great honor to officially install you as District 7890 Assistant Governor for the 2018-2019 Rotary year. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to uphold the bylaws of your club, District 7890, and of Rotary International? And do you promise to lead your area in such a manner that will bring honor and respect to the office of Assistant Governor? And do you also promise to further the standing of Rotary in our communities? Please answer, I do.
I do.
I proudly present the Assistant Governors for 2018-2019. Congratulations, and you're going to do a great job next year. Yeah, you're going to be, I'm going to, no, you're not sprung. You have another job. Just a minute. You're in a hurry. you were slow to get down here, now you want to go sit and finish your dinner, I know. I would like to call Kay and Prasad up for picture time and to greet the assistant governors. We don't have all of our assistant governors. First, I'd like to call up Lieutenant Governor Marcel Schmidt from the Southwick Rotary Club. I just have to say something briefly about Marcel. Every time I went up into the wilds of Western Massachusetts for my visit when I was governor, he was there to help us, and just a great guy. He knows Western Massachusetts, he knows all the back roads.
Congratulations.
Area 2, Christine Burns. Area 3, Darlene Ray. Area 5, Bill Hall.
We got the white angle. One that gets all the wrinkles. I'll change my white angle lens.
Area 6, Randy Saboski. Area 7, Pam Lipoli.
What's the matter with
No.
Area 8, Ron Pleasant, and also Mark Brady. I guess they're co-AGs. My old Area 9, Sue Chatfield. Area 10, Joanne Alfieri. Good, thank you. You may now sit down and finish your drink or whatever you were doing before you got called up. Okay? Yes. If you'd like to come up, and I'd like to invite all the past district governors to please line yourself up in the lobby in preparation for the College of Governors ceremony. I did my job, Frank. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, I hope I did a good job.
Am I going out there or here?
Well, you can stay here. With me. Come on over here. This will be the last time I can boss you around. I would never boss anybody. Good. Thank God.
Kidding.
What is a district governor? To answer that, I wanted to use a reference such as the heart of Rotary, the eyes and ears of the district, as I did for the presidents and the assistant governors. What came to mind was the endocrine system, or the thyroid gland, sending chemical messages out to other parts of the body, keeping things working on an even keel. Can you imagine having to explain why you were compared to the thyroid gland or the pituitary? So I said, I nixed that. I said, Eileen, it was a good premise, but it's not going to work. That's kind of bad. I wouldn't want to be called a thymus gland. So anyway, I changed my theme for the governor. A governor is like an orchestra conductor, keeping the percussion from overpowering the rest of the orchestra, maintaining the tempo, interpreting the composer's score, and creating a stirring piece of music out of many different parts. I have been given the great honor of installing our district governor for next year. I think everyone in the audience needs to pledge to work our darndest to help Kate make our club and district the best that it can be. Kate, you have been chosen to lead Rotary International District 7890 for the year 2018-2019. In selecting you as district governor, your district has indicated its faith in your qualities of leadership, responsibility, diplomacy, and intelligence, and hereby entrust you with the future administration of our district. If you are willing to accept this responsibility, please raise your right hand. I understand the honor and responsibilities which have come to me as an officer of Rotary International and Rotary District 7890, and I do solemnly and sincerely promise to accept and fulfill these responsibilities to the best of my ability. Please say, I do.
I do.
Okay, oh no, there was no thinking. We'd be in big trouble. I now would like to present our district governor for 2018-2019, Kate Sims. Congratulations.
You did a great job. Thank you. I am, okay.
Thank you, Eileen. Permit me to introduce our past district governors of Rotary International District 7890 by year, their names, and their Rotary International themes. 1993-1994, Frank Collins Jr. Believe in what you do, do what you believe in. Frank. (1999-2000) Act with consistency, credibility, and continuity. Tom Voorhees. (2000-2001) Create awareness, take action. Frank Wargo. 2001-2002, Mankind is Our Business, Larry Addison. 2005-2006, Service Above Self, Karen Andrews. 2006-2007, Lead the Way, Susan Atkins. 2007-2008, Rotary Shares, Richard Borden. 2010-2011, Building Communities, Bridging Continents, Prasad Menon. 2012-2013, Peace Through Service, Eileen Rao. 2013-2014, Engage Rotary, Change Lives, Michael Barnett. 2016-2017, Rotary Serving Humanity, Frank Wargo. 2017-2018, Rotary Making a Difference, David Maggs. 2018-2019, And 2018, 2019, Be the Inspiration, Kate Sims. And the year after that, 2019, 2020, Mark Brady. And after that, which would be 2020, 2021, Mark Glass. This portion of our proceedings tonight is the College of Governors ceremony. It will be conducted by the President of the College of Governors, Frank Wargo. I had a nice introduction ready for Frank, but he told me it's not necessary, so I'm just going to say two things about Frank. First of all the Rotarians in this room, Frank is junior only to Frank Collins for his service to Rotary and his international travel on behalf of Rotary. And secondly, I want to point out that in addition to Eileen, Frank is also a recipient of the Service Above Self Award, which is this organization's most prestigious award. And we also have with us tonight, as a fellow recipient of that award, Manchester Rotarian and District 7890 Water and Sanitation Project Chair, Rick Lawrence. And it seems to me that having 3 recipients of Rotary's highest award, that's 3 people out of 1.2 million members of Rotary, and a total of 11 or 12 such recipients for this district over the 20 or so years that the Service Above Self Award has existed, is just an extraordinary accomplishment for our district. Congratulations to you all. So Frank.
I would just like to make one correction. There's not 3 of us that have received the Distinguished Service Award. Frank Collins has also received that award, and Basat Menon. So let's give them a round of applause. Oh, and Sue Clark. Well, she's not here. And Sue Clark. So if you think about it, there are 6 people in our district that have been singled out for that award. We have a truly special district. Now, it's my honor if our President Governor will come up. To give you an idea of how progressive Rotary International is, we recognize young talent early. And when I was mentioning the procedure tonight to David that we assembled outside, he says, I'm not a member of the College of Governors. And he's right. But in 2 weeks, he's going to be in charge of it. We moved right up from not being a member to being in charge, and I can't wait.
Thank you, Frank.
So, David, it is my honor as an outgoing governor to introduce to you the College of Governors, your brothers and sisters in this organization. So let's go meet them.
Okay.
Okay, enough of that. You come back up here. Your job's not done. And Kate, will you come up? Where's Kate? When I got here, part of the procedure is to do the passing of the pins. Now, Kate admitted to me as governor, she forgot her glasses. So she couldn't read this pin. I can't read it even with my glasses. So I don't know who's who here, but they might be right, but we're going to pass out pins. I got it.
Maybe.
This is always challenging.
I think I might hand it to you.
Do you want me to help you with that?
I can't get it off.
Okay, yep, these are tricky.
You know what? I'm going to give him mine.
This is DG.
I'd love to have you have my past district governor pin. It's the best pee he'll ever get.
Thank you. There we are. I'm lucky to have a lot of Blair.
What's
you
this?
know, flair rather. Okay, there we go. That was a save. There we go.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Frank. And this is actually the DG. Okay, we got another one there.
Here, you pop it off.
Okay. I think I'm going to be able to do this.
Yeah, you pop it off.
Okay, now. Oh boy. Is our guest speaker watching?
Careful. I'm watching it. It's okay.
Ow! Just kidding.
Okay. Can we have Mark Brady come up?
Okay. now
Do you do
that's-
these?
That's E, and that's,
Kate needs to do that.
okay, yeah, we'll do that one.
Yeah, I need another pin. Running low. Spot.
Ready?
Sure.
From Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And will Mark Glass please come on?
You gotta give that to Mark. Do you know how to do it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we did it.
We just still have one. You have one more job.
Oh, yeah.
How do the Navy SEALs do it?
That's a wide angle lens.
Gail. Big camera.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, and there's one more ceremony. This makes it official. Eileen gave Kate the pin. That's okay, but it's not meaningful. What this guy, David, your governor, is going to do really makes it official. Will you please present the mantle of authority to Kate?
I'd be glad to.
Wow.
Now, careful, hold on, this is heavy. There we are. That makes it official. Every district governor is on it.
And it's Kate's responsibility when she visits your club to wear that mantle. We're starting a new tradition this year. Now, can I have the
That's not
presidents
gonna
of the clubs that are presenting the banners to come up?
Okay. So we need the presidents, right?
Yeah.
Oscar.
Okay. Which one is the nominee?
You know.
Oh, and the presidents of the incoming members, it doesn't present them to you, I
You
forgot
know,
that.
I don't get
Yeah.
one.
No, they don't get it. So the presidents of the incoming officers that we just installed come up to receive the
Alan.
banner.
Okay.
Alan, that would be you.
So. Okay, and
So
then
if you have a future governor and has been identified, you need to come up.
so Oscar's my president.
Okay.
Giving the banner
Why don't you go over?
to yes. Okay.
He gives it to, no, he gives it to Alan, actually.
Incoming.
Yeah.
That's the
There we go.
To
to DJ. Congratulations to Alan. Yay.
Speak after this. Is that
When am I in?
the program?
Mark Brady.
Mark Brady.
Mark Brady is
Yeah.
president. Again, president-elect. Here we are.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right, and then I go with that one. No. His president's not here, so. Oh, Sarah, you need to try to present this to East Hartford. East Hartford. Yeah. To you.
This ceremony is put on every year.
The fellow to your left.
And what's interesting is that when you finish being district governor, you have this group of friends. We meet 2 or 3 times a year, we talk about Rotary. Imagine that, we meet 2 or 3 times a year and talk about Rotary. But these are lifelong friends, and these people are invaluable to the district and the future governor. Kate will rely on us to do many things for her, but more than anything else, just the cry on our shoulder, ask our advice, but we're there because we're a family.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, governors.
Okay.
You want me to wait?
Our newly installed district governor, Kate Sims, is a registered nurse whose personal managerial skills propelled her into a career in health administration. First as Director of Radiology Services at Sarasota Memorial Hospital in Florida. Then as Vice President of Operations at Eastern Connecticut Health Network. And now as Director of Patient Engagement for the Hartford Healthcare System. Kate has received numerous nursing excellence and leadership awards throughout her 37-year career, but has always believed that a nurse's greatest asset is his or her bedside manner, a trait she fears is increasingly being lost to the profession due to technology. She's an early riser and usually starts her day at the kitchen table working over a cup of coffee. This will explain the 4 a.m. emails that many here will receive over the next year. Sometimes her family, others I might add too, think she overcommits, but she has great energy and usually over-delivers too. What she is not, however, is punctual. You may want to invite her to be there 30 minutes early to be sure she's there on time. Or 45 minutes early, or, well, you get my point. Kate joined the Manchester Rotary Club 12 years ago and is a past president, 2013-14, having previously chaired the club's major fundraiser, a golf tournament, raised $100,000 to construct a permanent memorial to the 11 persons killed in a shooting spree at Hartford Distributors in 2010, and chartered the Interact Club at Manchester High School, among other successes. Every year, our club travels to Newbury, Vermont to prepare the oldest continuously operating girls' camp in the country for the new season. 20% of the camp's counselors are foreign nationals, as are 20% of its campers, and the program includes horseback riding. In exchange for our efforts, we receive 4 free camperships for underprivileged kids from Manchester. Now, you'd think that having an RN on the team for this weekend of back-breaking outdoor work would be a plus, and usually it is. Except for when the person who just broke her wrist in the horse barn is the RN herself, now your district governor. No wonder her favorite animal is the dolphin. In her spare time, Kate enjoys gardening, golfing, reading, and spending time with her best buddy, grandson Dominic. Like the FBI, I'm reluctant to disclose sources and methods, but I have it from an impeccable source that the greatest success in Kate's life to date is her marriage to Kelvin. God, the things I'll say for a buck. One of her favorite sayings is, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And in that spirit, I'm both happy and proud to present to you our new district governor, Kate Sims.
Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure. I want to thank, quite honestly, I want to thank Ken from Manchester for putting this together and your entire committee. So thank you, Al. Steve, thank you. You're the one and only person I thought of doing this tonight. And Gina, of course, thank you. It was a pleasure to have you here with us. And to each of you, thank you. To my family, my sisters who traveled far, my brother-in-law, and my 4 children, who are my heartbeat every day. And of course, my husband, as you all heard tonight, my favorite friend, colleague, and supporter, and truly has been my supporter throughout my 12 years at Rotary. But I want to do a couple of things tonight. I promise you that they saved the best for last, and they give me a whole 5 minutes to speak. So there's a few things you need to know. I'm 58 and 150 pounds. Let's get that out of the way now. Stop, please. Okay. There's only a few things that I want to share with you. Being a Rotarian is a lot, and growing up, it's just what my father taught me. It's about being kind. And it's really about being there for someone else. Everyone has stories, and it's our job to know what that story is, or to find out what that story is and not to be judgmental. And so being a Rotarian is easy for me, because my dad raised me that way. He raised me to be kind. He raised me to do something kind for someone else. So when I came to Rotary, it was easy to do, because that's what we do. As Rotarians, we help others out. So I'm supposed to come up here and tell you what I'm going to do for the next year. There's a couple of goals that I have. One is the DG track. It's succession planning. The succession planning is that I'm honored to be your leader, but that doesn't mean I get to tell everybody what to do. I partner with you guys for the next year. We partner together to make our communities better. That's what we do. I have the honor to be your leader, to make sure that we're all working together, but not to tell us what to do, but to guide us. And I'm honored to be in this position. I'm honored to work with every president-elect that was elected tonight, and honored to work with every assistant governor that was elected tonight, and I'm honored to work with each one of you, our community members, because I know together we're going to make a huge impact. I'm going to tell you about a district project that we're going to do together, a district project that is dear to each one of our hearts. In the United States, 42,000 people, young, old, sister, brother, mother, daughter, child, died of an overdose in the year 2016. 42,000 of our brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, children, grandchildren died in 2016 from a drug overdose. We have cures for cancer, we have cures for most any disease, but behavioral health, not only don't we have a cure, we don't have time. So our district has agreed. I want to thank Dave. And I want to thank Dave for his leadership last year. When I talk about the district succession planning, this is about carrying it on. This is about passing it on. Dave started this in his year, and what we've done is strengthen it in numbers. Mark Bonamy is leading us, and many of your communities are doing something with this. We've decided that we're going to come together as a district. 59 clubs, we're going to come together and we're going to conquer this together. In addition to that, guess what happened? I got a phone call from the Lions Club. The district governor of the Lions Club said, we're working on it too. Can we get together and work on it together? Because it's bigger than us. And then what happened? The Elks Club contacted Mark and said, we're in too. How powerful is that? That we get So So don't think of this as a competition with the Lions and the Elks. Think of this as looking outside of the box, our four walls, right? We talk about how can we change Rotary. We talk about how can we make it different. We talk about our young people coming in, our millennials. How can we get them engaged? This is it, guys. This is it. How can we make a difference in life? How can we challenge ourselves to help that mother or that father of that child that just died? Right? Or help that child of that mother or father that just died. So we together, we can make an impact. So I'm honored. I can't tell you how honored I am. I'm actually leaving for South Africa in 2 weeks. I'm going to South Africa because I'm going to work with a group. It's called Vocational Training. They came here for 2 weeks. 4 people from South Africa came here with Rotary. And I'm going there with 2 doctors, DCF worker and DEMIS. And we're going there to work with associations on fetal alcohol and neonatal alcohol syndrome. Because there's not a woman I know in the world that raises her hand and says, I'm going to be a drug addict today, or an alcoholic. There's not many people I know that raise their hand today and say, I'm going to do that. And so together again, we can make a difference. It's time that we look at the opioid crisis and we take it seriously. Opioid crisis not only leads to death, it leads to abuse, and it leads to human trafficking. And we can make an impact. One day, one life at a time, we can make an impact. So I'm not going to talk much longer, but I am going to share with you, in the honor of what I do every day. I get to do this in healthcare every day. It's making a difference in someone's life. It's one kind word, it's one empathetic ear, and it's a gentle touch. That's how we can make a difference with each other. And so I've got a motto that I live by, and it's not hard, I stole it. It's called Pay It Forward. And I live every day making sure that I lend a smile, I lend a helping hand. I've been known to pay for someone's groceries, or someone's gas, or someone's, whatever it may be. My husband will grouch. But I've been known to do that because my feeling and philosophy in life is everybody's got a story. And we don't know what that story is, but what we do really quickly is we judge. Because we were born that way. So I challenge all of you to be curious and not judge. I challenge you to sit down with someone you don't know and get to know them. And don't judge. And what you'll find out is amazing. And what you'll find out about yourself is even more amazing. So, it's called Pay It Forward, and I need 5 volunteers. I need 5 people in the audience. It's 5 people, come on up. Come on. And sticking with the spirit of millennials, I'll tell a quick story before I continue on. So as in Rotary, we talk about how do we get the millennials in here? How do we get younger people? And what do we do to lead our younger people? And so this year I made backpacks and the Rotary on it, right? Free marketing and backpacks. And I want our millennials to do that. Another word for all of the older Rotarians, please hide your ears. For you millennials, break all the rules and start your own traditions. And if someone asks you who told you that, don't tell them it was me. Or freely tell them it was me. Okay, so here's the deal. This is your journey. Because I ask everybody here to pay it forward. One smile, one kind word, one good deed every day. If it's a card in the mail, I don't care what it is. Make someone smile. That's what Rotary is all about. So I'm going to give each of you a backpack. And I want you to fill this backpack up with whatever you want. I want you to find someone. Whether it's someone homeless, whether it's an Interact, a Rotaract. I want you to fill it up, and I want you to get to know the person, and I want you to tell your story. Because it's going to be impactful, and you're going to make someone's day. So I challenge you to take the backpack.
Thank you.
And again, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for your support. Again, I'll go back to my family. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Again, I leave you with these words: pay it forward, be kind. Don't be judgmental, be curious, don't judge. And do something nice for someone. A smile, a kind word, an empathetic ear, a gentle touch. Make it happen, one day at a time, one life at a time, it's ours.